gonna be pretty good looking bumper once we get it completed. If you missed part one, I've added a link up top so you can catch up on that. Just wanted to give you a quick look at TK105 before we started the refurbishment. Once that's done, we're gonna jump right into part two of the makeover of TK105. Now that that cab's all primered up and ready to go, we are getting ready to start laying down the color on this thing. We've got all the miscellaneous parts laid out that still got to get painted, but this truck is coming together. Show you how the cab's looking. New bumper is turning out way better than expected. Gonna be a big addition to this truck with the new lights on it. The cab has got all the color on. It is time to start laying down that clear, nice and heavy, to get a good shine. TK105 is out of paint, and now we're beginning to work on the mechanical items within this truck. We pulled the EGR and the intercooler because they were pretty clogged to get those cleaned out. We've replaced the head gasket, the glow plugs, and the shocks. We're also working on the fuel level float and going through any codes that we find.
It's still good.
The head unit on this truck had some rust and was going to need a lot of patching done on it, but instead of just doing that and adding all kinds of patches, we just decided, you know what, let's just go ahead and build a whole new head unit for this truck. I think it's turned out pretty good. Really excited to get this on the truck and see how it works. TK105 is definitely coming along little by little every day. We've got a lot done on this truck, but we still have a long way to go. Just a quick walk around, kind of let you know where we're at with this thing and what we're still working on. The cylinders were sent in to get replaced. This cylinder, even though they've repacked everything, is still bad. We're probably just gonna have to replace that. We've got the fan assembly all back together, the new coupler, the new bearings, the new cylinders are on there. Bumper is on and completed. Got the LEDs on, still working on backup camera. Get the head installed, water tank back on, go through the sprayer system. Front LED, I think we're gonna take this off and move it up. Not gonna work too well probably right there because of the sprayers. But yeah, it's coming along, starting to look pretty good. Logos, all the decals should be done, ready for pickup and install. That'll make a big difference on this truck once we get all those decals on. One thing I've never really understood on these Nighthawk units, the Raptor 1 I think is what we have, they don't really have anywhere for the blower. They got a little spot in the back where you can put your fuel, things like that, but not really any good place for the blowers. So we're making our own blower racks. We want to be able to carry at least 2 blowers and have a little extra room on the rack in case we got to throw something else. Let me show you what we fabbed up here. Still got a little bit to go to finish it, but you'll get the idea. Also be a good place to put a fire extinguisher. TK105 is just about completed. Getting some tint on the windows, getting the sprayers wrapped up. I think we are waiting on the one cylinder to come in, and really that is about the extent of it. So hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, this truck is ready to roll back to Arizona. So as we're finishing up TK105, we have done a tremendous amount of work to this truck. I figured we'd just run through this list real quick, just to kind of give you an idea of the extent of everything that we've done on this thing. We've repainted the truck to the Desert Service Pros theme. We rebuilt the back bumper. We rebuilt the head unit. We installed a new blower fan, bearings, and a coupler. Built and installed a new blower rack. Repacked and replaced hydraulic cylinders. Installed a backup camera. Fixed the windows that did not roll up and down. Added LED light bar to the front and to the back, added LED lights to the blower rack, removed and cleaned the EGR and the intercooler, installed new glow plugs, installed new head gasket, installed new O2 sensors and NOx sensors, installed new shocks, installed new filters, oil, fuel, and hydraulic, installed all new decals, repaired the sprayer system and installed a shutoff valve, installed new depth injectors, installed depth quality sensor, installed a new fire extinguisher, adjusted the steering box, repaired the fuel float, replaced clearance lights, installed new rubber on the head, installed a new serpentine belt, and tinted the windows. I'm sure there's still a few items that I'm missing on that list, but it's a pretty good sized list of work that we've done to this truck. TK105 is pretty well done. Out doing, I don't know, maybe 100 or 200 miles of driving tonight. Just want to kind of get some good miles on it, make sure everything's good, so if anything does pop up, we can get it taken care of tomorrow, because I believe the plan now is tomorrow night we are driving this back to Arizona. It's a little over 600 miles. Once it gets there, it is going to go to work. There's just a couple miscellaneous items that I caught. We're going to take care of those tomorrow. Shouldn't be more than an hour, maybe 2 worth of little stuff, and that's it. She's done. We're pretty much out here in the middle of nowhere. It's really dark out. Just wanted to get the truck out. We did that drive on it, but wanted to kind of light it up a little bit, see how it looks, if there's enough light around it with everything that we added, because everything that we're doing, 90% of it is out in the middle of the night, just dark parking lots with no lights. Still pretty dark on this side. We added the lights on the blower rack just so we can see when we're getting blowers on and off. Lights up pretty good. It is the end of the workday here in Texas. We are getting ready to jump in the Isuzu and make the 9-hour drive back over to Phoenix.